Yeah, that's a good one. I got you.
163.
There.
All right, you guys, we just took into our first fish.
Still your spot.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's a nice bait.
I think it's medium. Yeah,
Medium?
it's a medium blackmouth.
Yeah, that's a
Medium-ish.
Oh, it's got some
that's
fight to it. Oh yeah.
Hey Tony, come look at this bait ball that we're in right here. So that's why they're here. It's because that's what we're seeing on the graph.
So what were you using down there?
So we've got a all glow white flasher with cookies and cream, silver horn spoon. Right on the bottom. We were just pounding mud and brought it up and got bit.
Yeah, we just went through I don't know how many schools of fish, like one right after the other.
About 6 or 7 bite balls to find the right one. Okay, so if you need me to do anything different, just
No,
otherwise I'm just holding course.
I'm just being careful.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just holding course. Fun time.
Well, this is what it's all about.
It is.
All the work, all the prep. That fish doesn't know that I'm the one hooked, not him.
Oh!
Flashes on the surface.
Mark that spot.
Yep,
Oh no! Oh, he's still there. Okay.
still there. He just decided to turn directions. Now he's swimming at me.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going a little slower, okay?
Yep.
I'm gonna swing into this fish.
Yep.
Right?
I'm gonna have him take 2 steps back for you. Okay, take 2 steps back. Oh, come on, buddy.
All right, guys.
Nice.
Sweet.
Let's see if it's finless.
That's a nice fish.
Or he got big old quitters.
It's a real pretty one.
That's a nice black.
Nice.
We just got our first blackmouth. We had to let it go. It was a wild fish. So Tony, tell us what exactly happened there.
So we were running up on, what we know because we fish this a lot is kind of a sandy bar, and the blackmouth sometimes when they're on that sand are looking for candlefish and other bait that's very close to or even in the mud. So they will be right on the bottom. So we were running very close to the bottom. We came up 5 or 6 feet, and our downrigger ball actually tapped the bottom a couple times, and it was kind of splashy. And after the second tap, that rod just pinned. So that fish was out there cruising, looking, saw some commotion, came over and scooped up our spoon. We fought it really well. We brought him to the boat. It was a beautiful fish, kind of, mid-20s is what we were thinking for inches, not pounds. And it was a really nice looking blackmouth, but it was a wild fish. So we took real good care of her and threw her back out, and we're on the hunt for our next one. So we're back in where we were. So I think we're going to get bit pretty quick here again.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony from Salmon, Trout, Steelheader magazine, and I'm super excited. I'm up here blackmouth fishing for the next 2 days. Right now we're at Three Rivers Marine, and we're going to go with some super great guys that you're going to meet here in the next couple days. We're going to be doing something that I've never actually done before. My little 3-hour window that I usually fish is down in Portland, Oregon, and we've got some big rivers where we're at. The ocean where we are is pretty rough. We don't get to go out as much as these guys do in these protected waters up here in Puget Sound. Let's do it.
go.
Whoa, double, you guys.
Dude, why are you still in the
Sweet.
thunder?
It's the same fish. I got this.
Same fish.
We may switch.
Wait, wrap.
Yeah, I got.
Take your rod tip out to the right. I'll go left. Or switch now.
Under or over?
You go under me. We'll check it. We'll see it.
All right, you guys, we got a double going on. Now we just gotta see what we got, right?
Seems like solid fish. Oh, yeah. There you
yeah,
go. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, you gotta get him.
To the left. Yeah. Okay, mine's surfacing.
You guys
We'll
ready?
be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Tell me which way to go.
You're good. You're underneath.
I'm
Yep.
underneath.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
switch.
Nice.
Good moves.
I got plenty of room if you want to turn harder. Oh, mine just came off.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it did. Probably the one we want though. It doesn't seem thinny to me. Yeah, it's nothing special.
Coming in.
Oh, you gotta keep the first one.
Yep.
Brock just got a keeper. We're gonna throw it in the box. It's a beauty and
He's not a monster, but he's the first of the year.
sweet. Good job, man.
Yeah,
Well, I ain't going down alone. So we just got done fighting a double. We'd gone through a school of fish, and Brock saw a fish trail on the bait and moved the downrigger up, which brought the bait up, which enticed the bite. As he started to fight the fish, we doubled with the second one. So we had a double blackmouth fight going on. We had to switch sides to keep the gear untangled. Brock landed the first blackmouth legal of the year for us, and my fish came up to the surface and we lost it. But doubling on blackmouth on the first day is a pretty unique thing. So the way we were fishing is working. It seems to be that all the fish are in the same little area right now because of the way the tide's moving. And we're right back in them. There's some bait on the screen. We just passed that, so we should probably get bit again. We're gonna keep working up and down and enticing. So the idea is the sand is where the little candlefish live, and they root around in it. So when your downrigger ball hits, it puffs the sand up and gives them something enticing to come look for. As their flasher and spoon goes by, we get bit.
And who had the bigger fish?
Well, the one that I lost was definitely bigger.
You agree?
mystery. Definitely a mystery.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
The one you never see is always the biggest.
Always. Hi, I'm Kasey Cummings from Three Rivers Marine here in Woodinville, Washington. I'm a lifelong Washington resident. Grew up fishing the Puget Sound. Super excited about this blackmouth opportunity this year. I think my favorite way to fish blackmouth is straight down in the dirt, whether it's scraping gravel or pounding the mud. That seems to be the most effective way that I've learned to fish. Spoons and flashers. I'm a big fan of plugs. The plug bite for blackmouth is usually 100% or 0%. So hunt and peck, try to figure out what's working, and it's a great opportunity this year.
I only want to wait this morning.
Right, another one. Is it bigger though?
Yeah,
That's the question.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that one.
Coming in. Okay.
Doing the dance. There you go.
And lift up.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a nice one.
Fin or no fin?
Oh, I don't think it has a fin.
think it's got a fin.
I don't think so either. It's coming in, I think.
Okay.
No fin.
No fin, you guys.
All right, one number.
Looks like we got number 2 in the boat.
Hey guys, this is Brock from Fisherman's Gold. We've been making fishing gear for about 10 years now, specializing in lingcod, salmon, steelhead, rockfish. We're super excited with the opportunities that we have with support from Three Rivers Marine. Got everything ready to go for the opening of the Blackmouth season. I got my mooching gear out, ready to go.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Amato from Salmon, Trout, Steelheader magazine, and today I'm up in Seattle fishing for Blackmouth with my friends from Three Rivers Marine. And on board we got Brock. How you doing today?
Doing excellent. Good morning.
And Tony.
How's it going?
He's the guy at the helm. And over here we got Kasey. How are you?
Hey, good. Have a great day.
So we've actually already got a couple fish in the boat. Got a few more to go to limit out, but everybody around us has been hooking up into fish, so it's gonna happen, and I'll be right back.
Go to the net for you. All the way to the tip. Ooh, there you go. Lift up.
God, that's a pretty nice fish.
He's a good fisher.
He's close.
Want to take a look at him? I think he's finless too.
He's kind of fat too.
Kind of fat.
He had lunch.
Oh, nice. That's a nice fish. All right, man. Good job. Sweet. That's number 3, you guys. Yeah. All right. Well, that was pretty crazy. I had to use the restroom. And of course, we hook into a fish. So I literally had one hand on the camera, the other hand holding my pants up. And Tony just landed that nice
That was a nice fish. We didn't really, they were all like, is it a good fish, good fish? And I was like, it's a fish. Oh, there's a fish, there's a fish. There's a
Whoa,
fish.
Get him.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys, but I was going to tell you we're coming to the fish.
Hey, and I don't have my pants down this time.
There you go, you gotta catch
That's
him.
a plus,
Two.
okay.
All right,
I'm switching over. This is goofy for me,
out.
but I got it.
Slowing it down.
Is he there?
I don't
know.
Oh no.
I don't know. We'll see.
God.
He could be gone. He could be gone. It's Brock's fault.
Always my fault.
One of the things that this fish will do is they behave slightly different than some of the summer fish. They really like to be on the bottom. They're looking for candlefish. You can tell a fish that's been really feeding on the bottom because they have these scrapes and scars on their gill plates. That's when they come down to the bottom and scoop the bottom for a piece of bait. So this is a really good example. It's worth showing you that, you know, when you're catching summer ocean fish, they'll very rarely have scratches and scrapes all through their gill plates. But our blackmouth, it's really pretty common. So yeah, more you know.
I'm Anthony Marisi, and I work at High Peaks Representation. We sell fishing gear throughout the Pacific Northwest and the Rocky Mountains. I was born and raised in Washington and have always had an affinity for the Puget Sound. Lucky enough to have really, really good friends, so I get to go out and do some blackmouth fishing the next few days. I'm really, really excited to grind the bottom and find some of those big fish. I really like a good spoon bite. That's one of my favorite ways to see the rod get popped off. We'll see if we can get out there tomorrow and get it done, and we look forward to the seasoning open up and making a really great video for you guys. We'll see you out there.
So we have the question on the boat, why is 10 open and 9 is not? The state likes to separate the two areas primarily based off of rivers so that they can have better numbers. So area 9 is the main track that comes into the Puget Sound. If the fish like to hang left, they're usually headed up towards the Snoqualmie River, the Skagit River. Theoretically, if they hang a right, they're headed down to the Duwamish, the Puyallup. So that way the state can have a lot more accuracy on the numbers of interactions and catches. That's why we have such a consolidation of one area and all the boats all at once. So just creates a little bit different of a fishery.
Hi guys, my name's Tim from Three Rivers Marine. We're a family-owned dealership here in Woodinville, Washington. Been here for nearly 25 years. We cater to the Puget Sound, Northwest fishing
population taking care of pretty much anything to do with fishing. So our store has multiple different departments in it. We've got a full service tackle department, which includes rods, reels, tackle, fishing for anything in the Pacific Northwest. We've got a service department, fabrication department. We also have a full parts department here. For new boat sales, we actually have a full finance office, and we can satisfy any needs you have with your boat. Well, 2025 is here, and we've already started the fishing season, and we're just starting to migrate from River Steelhead, and this is our first opportunity to go fish out in the saltwater. We're super excited here at the store to get everybody outfitted. If you've got a broken rod, reel, need new line, need new tackle, we have it all here. What you're going to find is that when you come into our store, you're not just going to be walking down the aisles, putting stuff in your cart. Got experienced people here to get you set up with the right stuff that you need to hit the water. Just as you know from last year, we had a remarkable fishing season in Puget Sound. And right now we're starting off the Blackmouth season. We have all the stuff you need, and this is really the kickoff for the year. So following up with that, we've got bottom fish, lingcod. We're moving into the next section after that, which we all know is a humpy year, which is still, weeks and weeks away, but we're all pretty excited here. We've already got all the equipment here and everything that you need to get set up for the season.
There we go. Tony's gonna hand it over to Tony again.
There you go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Case is on the program with getting the downrigger right. That one not only ripped off the clip, it ripped drag when it took it. So that's
that's just going.
that's a good one.
Nice.
That's what we want right there. When it's way out there and on the surface is when it gets a little dangerous.
Yeah, they can.
It's at the surface.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, when it's at the surface and out,
We're okay. We're okay.
Oh yeah, we're doing good.
He's fighting it perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, he's done it before. He just
Real.
he just doesn't look like it.
He's coming in.
He's got it in his nose. He's doing just fine. As long as that fish is at your nose, it's good.
Right there.
Your bottom side. Okay.
Another one hooked up right there.
Oh
Yeah, that's a big one.
Oh yeah.
That's a big one.
Checker, come on, cross your fingers, guys.
I don't think so. I think it's a keeper.
Oh.
Is it not a keeper?
We need to kill it.
Yeah, we killed that one. Yeah, we killed that
There we go. Sweet, guys. My first blackmouth. Nice fish. Look at how thick that is.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. We had a great morning. We limited out, fished for about 3 hours, and I guess they moved the opener back, so the fish are a little bit bigger than when they had the opener earlier in the season. Beautiful day. Got a little bit of rain this morning, but overall, who could complain? And I caught my biggest and first blackmouth today, and we had a great time.
It was awesome. Cleaned them up.
Wonderful. Clean them up. Yep.
And I'm gonna be back tomorrow in a different boat, and I have a feeling we're gonna clean up tomorrow as well. So stay around. Right, we got our first fish on.
Joey, what did we catch that fish on?
This is an anchovy.
Okay, how did we rig it?
Anchovy special head behind a flasher. Pretty normal for what we do here. I don't usually get to do this.
Huh?
I don't usually get to do this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at him. I think that one may keep. The rule is actually an unaltered. You can't keep the fish with an unaltered adipose, and that is obviously a misclip.
I think I remember doing that when I was clipping.
Do you?
I remember misclipping that one.
It's your fault.
Hey, Tom Nelson here, lifelong resident here in Western Washington. Grew up on Puget Sound and really haven't strayed too far. You got a degree in fisheries biology from the University of Washington, and so ended up on the radio through writing for Amato Publications and whatnot. And, ended up been doing Seattle Outdoor Radio for about 20 years now with my partner in crime, Joey Pyburn. And the show's called The Outdoor Line, website, YouTube channel, a whole bit. Come check it out. And we sit here today at Three Rivers Marine, which is one of the backbones of the sport fishery here at Puget Sound. I mean, they've been in business for over 20 years now, and they just do a tremendous job in the community. A lot of kids events and stuff, and a lot of things wouldn't happen without the support of Three Rivers Marine and really all our sponsors. And so, of course, we work with those Duckworth and Weldcraft and Yamaha and Garmin, and of course Yamaha and the Outdoor Line radio show too. You really can't talk about Puget Sound itself without talking about the salmon, because not only is it a key portion of habitat for all 5 species of Pacific salmon, but it's really the cradle of sport fishing here in Western Washington. I mean, you have calm, non-ocean swell water that's easily accessed from the population centers of Tacoma and Seattle and Everett. And it's an amazing opportunity, and of course there's lots of crab and everything else. And so the Blackmouth fishery really began with the hatchery program in Western Washington, when some of the fish started being held in the hatchery situation for longer than their normal release date, and they found that a lot of these fish naturally residualized and stayed in Puget Sound. And so Blackmouth are immature Chinook salmon that probably not going to spawn this year, but may still make it out to the ocean, or they may stay and live their whole life cycle within Puget Sound because of Puget Sound's rich herring and anchovy and other bait stocks, euphausiid, shrimp, krill, and everything like that. So Puget Sound, a very, very important body of water, and of course the winter Blackmouth season is a very important opportunity as well. Little basic gear selection for the Puget Sound fishery, and this will catch at least 4 of the 5 species in Puget Sound, but particularly in the wintertime. First off, the first thing that you need to know is that the last thing that touches your gear is the first thing that the fish is going to smell. You got to take that bull by the horns, and that's why I'm really a big fan of ProCure herring scent if we're using artificials, and even if we're not. If we are using artificials, this is a great spring and summer flasher right here. Flasher gear requires that you use something in the 40-pound category, whether you're using hoochies, also known as squid. We'll use these silver horde Asai flies as an insert, but we're tying that stuff up on 40-pound test before it goes on the tail leader of the flasher. Similarly, I'm a big fan of spoons. Silver Horde is just absolutely a dynamite brand, great quality, although I'm not really fond of the smaller hooks they use on both their Coho Killer and the Kingfisher product. Both of these dynamite spoons, they're going to get bit all year long, but my favorite move for these spoons is to replace the stock hooks with a 5/0 Gamakatsu open-eye Big River Siwash. Dynamite hook, it's going to stick them, and they're going to absolutely stay. Similarly, if we're fishing bait or we're fishing hoochies, we want to tie those hooks on an octopus hook. So let me make sure you know what I'm talking about here. Siwash hooks have a big open ring that are made to not impede the action of an artificial lure. On the other hand, octopus hooks are made with a smaller eye to accommodate and protect a leader like this 30-pound test Maxima, okay? So we tie octopus hooks on leaders. We use Siwash hooks on spoons. That's a basic gear selection for Puget Sound that once you master how to put this together, we'll run spoons to 40 inches, 45 inches behind the leader. We'll run our hoochies maybe 2 flasher lengths or 22 inches, maybe out of 24, 26 inches. Keep that tight because the hoochies have no action by themselves, whereas the spoon has their own action. You can get those back behind the flash a little bit more.
Today we're out here fishing Puget Sound, and I fish anchovies a lot, so I'm going to run you guys through how I rig my anchovy. So this is an anchovy special head. They come in all kinds of different colors. I do really well on this one. We call that the Trevor. I don't know why, but that's what everybody calls it. So we're going to fish out an an anchovy here. These are brined in ProCure Brine and Bite. This stuff is just killer for brine and anchovies and herring. So here's what we're gonna do. The key to this is getting that head pushed in there nice and tight, put some pressure. Gonna run that pin right through his eyeball, and then hook placement. What we're looking for is a really tight little roll, like a drill bit roll. And the way you get that is by placing this upper hook close to this. This is how you cinch up and make this tight. You want to be relatively close to that. So we're going to go in right about there. Get a nice deep sink on it. Going to come around, push that down, and then you're going to see I'm going to get a bend, a head bend, a neck bend, not a body bend. And that is going to translate into a nice tight roll. See that? It's not a wobbly roll. It's nice and tight. That kills fish. How's it going, everybody? I'm Joey Pyburn from the Outdoor Line Radio Show and the owner of Raised Bait. I grew up in Puget Sound fishing the San Juans, pretty much everywhere in Puget Sound. Really love being able to be part of the fishing community. The radio show has obviously allowed me to do that. Getting involved wherever I can, supporting youth events. My friends down here at Three Rivers provide lots of that opportunity for people. You know, I grew up fishing in the San Juans mostly. It was a lot of bait fishing, cut plug fishing. Anymore, probably my favorite way to chase these blackmouth in Puget Sound is downriggers. I love to live in the dirt. I want to get right down there where those Chinook are feeding on sand lance, in the gravel, in the dirt. I love being able to watch them on the sounder, see them down there and chase them down, and watch it pop off the downrigger.
All right, boat chaos begins.
I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Yeah.
Well, that's what's pulling good, isn't it? You got a fighter there, huh?
Yeah, it's a good fight. Super healthy fish. Flashers out.
It's getting close.
Okay, let me get behind you guys.
Neutrality. Nice. Chunky monkey.
That is a really nice one.
Yeah, baby. Come on, be clipped. He is. Ho ho!
Sweet, man.
Kasey. Wonderful.
High five.
Nice. Beautiful.
So we're out here on the brand new Duckworth 34 Atlas today with the outdoor line. When you have a lot of space on your boat like we do today, you can run things like 3 downriggers or more. You could probably fit 6 on this boat and be just fine. When you do have that, you can really control your depth. So we have a couple of rods that are pretty deep. This one right now is 200 feet on the wire. This one's 170 feet on the wire. We have a third one off the back with a lighter weight ball. This one I think is like maybe an 8 or 10 pound ball. And this one's only got 92 feet out. So we've been marking bait anywhere from the bottom to the middle upper part of the water column. So controlling our depth with the baits that we're running is really handy. And when you have a lot of space, throw that extra downrigger on there.
This is an Islander. Okay, the single action, very traditional, kind of really super popular in Canada. This actually is, you can see this here, this is the Outdoor Line Joey Pyburn signature model that originated on the Sea Beast, which was our last boat. So it's the Joey Pyburn Memorial signature model because we're going to push Joey overboard later today, right? No?
You can try.
We could try. He gets low. It's hard to move.
I hold on. I got a
he's
tight
like,
grip.
It's like blocking a linebacker.
Nelly and Joey here, day 2, 2025 Puget Sound Blackmouth season, dude. Day 1 was a lot of fun, and I'm thinking today is going to turn out to be pretty good too.
Yeah, today's definitely going to be good. After what we saw yesterday, you know, we were actually down at Jeff Head yesterday. Today we're here at Kingston in our little hidey hole. We have some nice fishing room. Not a lot of folks around.
But we got a little more flood to work with today, right? And so we're not in a big hurry. That Jeff Head deal really didn't go yesterday until that ebb started working. So with a little more flood this morning, guys aren't kind of hip to it. We can kind of go with the flow in this spot right now. But boy, when it starts ebbing, we're gonna haul ass for Jeff Head. But let's see what we see, and we mark bait, mark fish. We'll stay. If we don't, we go.
Definitely.
Follow that line right there.
That's that. Yep.
Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna do like a little intro thing.
Okay.
Fish. Okay, let's do fish. Let's do fish instead. Got him?
Yeah.
Right, you guys. It's been a hot morning. We already got 2 really nice keepers in the boat, and another one right here. Hopefully another keeper, right?
Thinking it's keeper.
It's got some weight on it, huh?
I think it's not a keeper.
Oh, maybe not. Just a little guy that we're gonna let go.
That
A little coho.
Coho.
Bye, coho.
Yeah, we're
One of the things, particularly when you're fishing not fully mature, smaller fish, is that if you don't keep good tension, you can lose the fish. One of the ways you can keep good tension on it, especially with newer anglers, is to fish a flasher release. This is the Salmon magnetic release flasher. And the coolest thing about this thing is, boop, it just resets itself. So there's a little magnet right there, bam, and it takes the back end off the flasher. So when it's released, the flasher really has no action or effect on the gear, but it 100% makes a difference. And I believe we land a higher percentage of the fish we catch using the Salmon release, and it's just a much more pleasurable experience enjoying the fight of the fish when the flasher's out of the equation. The Salmon magnetic release, get you some.
I just sneak that one in on us.
yeah.
Another one, dude.
You're awesome in there.
Sweet. Good
That
job,
one,
man.
That one was a donation. He was like, you know, I'm kind of tired of swimming. Just take me, please.
Hey everybody, we're on day 2 of our Blackmouth fishing up here in Area 10 by Seattle. Already got a couple fish in the boat. Fishing's been phenomenal these last, 3 days, right? Has it been open?
Second day.
Second 2 days that it's been open, and we got Joey right here. How are you doing, Joey?
Good. Great.
Over here we got Brock,
Outstanding, having a great day.
and then Tony,
Having fun.
having a blast, right? Then we got Kasey. How are you doing, Kasey?
I'm doing great. Loving being out here.
And then Tom, he's running the big boat.
How you doing?
So this year the opening was a little bit later. So what does that do with the fish?
So the thinking was later in the season we go, Tony, the less sublegals are going to be in one of the closure triggers for a winter fishery these days, which now occurs in the spring. That's not confusing enough. Is our sublegal impact. So if we're not catching a bunch of little fish, then we can fish longer. And so by having the season later, a lot of those sublegals have gone out to the straits and hopefully out to the ocean where they'll come back as adults. So if you're catching the little fish, the problem is we don't see them on that downrigger gear. And so then we can kill them just by dragging them through the water and disrupting the normal water flow over their gills. So by reducing our sublegal impacts and catching more keepers, we get to fish a little bit longer. And that was the thinking behind delaying the open of the fishery, to your point, Tony.
And you know, it's been really good this year. So I really highly recommend coming out, maybe running over to Three Rivers Marine and grabbing some tackle and heading out here and catching some fish.
Wait, go to Three Rivers and get a Duckworth. Get a Duckworth exactly like this with Yamaha power and Garmin electronics and Canon downriggers, and they will start jumping on board your boat.
All right, so we are gonna show you guys how to run a cut plug. Everybody does it a little bit different. This is how I do it. Reach in and grab a herring. I don't care what they look like. I don't pick through them. That's a green label right there. Processed here, right out of Puget Sound. Some guys cut their bait facing them. I like to cut it facing away from me. And I don't do a big angle, pretty much that. Flip it over, you can see the angle there, and I give them a little squeeze, and most of those guts are going to come right on out of there. And then, like any kind of bait application, hook placement is kind of key. I'm going to run this guy in, come out about mid-body, pop it right through, and I'm going to go right in, right next to the spine, come out about right there. And we got this set up with a Fisherman's Gold 4-ounce banana sinker, like if we were going to mooch. Let's drop it in the water and see what it looks like. Now, if you don't like your spin, that had a little bit of a tail wag to it, you can back that hook out and you can come in a little straighter, and it's kind of what you like. You can see that totally changed that spin. Now it's a lot tighter, not as much of a tail wag, and that one's going to go down.
So a lot of people are confused about different bait sizes and different bait types, and why maybe fish an anchovy instead of a herring. So here I have from here to here, this is an anchovy, this is a yellow label herring, this is a red label herring, and this is a green label herring, okay? And if I'm fishing a cut plug, I prefer the larger herring size, but the red and the yellow will lend themselves to a herring head or anchovy head presentation, right? So why an anchovy over a herring? When you salt an anchovy and you place it into head, the rotation rate on that is amazingly fast, drill bit tight, and just lends itself more to a flasher presentation. Now, if I want to fish a herring, I generally fish them by themselves. If you cut plug a herring, it's not a very robust or tough bait, but boy, they're sure effective, right? So I like either half hitching or whole rolling a green label. Red label, you can kind of go either way, but if you're going to use a hit presentation in a head, you want to think about the yellow label herring, but definitely focus on that anchovy, at least here in the Puget Sound fishery. Winter or summer, that bait's going to catch a fish, and it's a wonderful tool in your box that will really set you apart from a lot of other anglers that are only fishing that are only fishing squid, or only fishing spoons, or only fishing bucktails, or only fishing plugs. When you become a bait fisherman, it's going to put you in that potentially elite category, and it's just going to maybe save the day by giving you another bite or two. But you have to be detail oriented, and you got to watch your rod more than you do with artificials. Every tick, every little wiggle of that rod tip may tell you that something came up and swapped that bait. So if you don't want to pay attention to your rod, don't fish bait. Let's talk a little about spoon presentations, okay? Big,
Whoa!
or let's catch a fish.
Yeah, there you
Let's
go.
catch a fish. There you go.
Nice. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I saw him, Anthony and I saw him whack it once, and usually with an anchovy, if they whack it like that, you're probably out of the game. But I dropped it down and brought it back up, and he came back and whacked it. And up on the surface, top shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close.
Come on, buddy.
No.
Got it.
We're good. Were you down the dirt?
we're good. Yeah, I was right there.
Good job, man.
Look at that. Look, Nelly.
I like it.
Holy
shit!
Uh-oh, stinky.
All right, so this is the one that Joey fed the bait to,
He
right?
did. Soft bounce. Nice work. He enticed the bite with the downrigger.
Man,
But
and usually when it gets whacked, you figure your bait's not spinning anymore, but they're probably still sitting there, and so if you move it up or down, sometimes it just gets them to bite.
And that's a testament to actively fishing that downrigger, right? A lot of people think I'm just going to set it and forget it. But if you work that downrigger, you fish that downrigger, and it's something that's lost on a lot of people to just clip in, go sit, and don't even watch their gear. Joey watches gear like a hawk, and the results prove it.
Yeah. Beautiful little Puget Sound blackmouth.
Yeah.
Nobody home.
We just missed one, and you can see that head got slid up the line, and so what happens is sometimes that fish will come in, it'll grab that bait, it'll get that hook, and you see we pin that with a toothpick in that head, and if you don't have it real tight, that fish will take off running, and your head will end up all the way up here. So yeah, sticky sharp hooks, and somehow they just get away. I don't know.
Let's talk a little bit about spoons, specifically dropbacks, different hook styles, and different types of spoons too. Big silver horde spoon fan here. This is the Herring Aid. This is a 3.0 Kingfisher. Great for this fishery. You notice we got a little eye right there, little sneaker, little eye right there. Oh, we got another little eye right there, little stick on eye. Okay, I like to emphasize the bend up, okay, a little bit. I like to emphasize the bend down, right? I've heard there's some people that can bend spoons with their minds. I'm not that smart. I have to use my fingers, right? So there's a little emphasized bend. You also know we've added a swivel to the back of this. What kind of swivel is that? Let's talk about this. So this is a great blackmouth profile, this Kingfisher. We are also very partial to the Silver Horde Coho Killer, just a revolutionary spoon. Again, they come out pretty flat of the box. We're gonna emphasize this front bend, emphasize this back bend a little bit. Now, you notice that there's no swivel or anything on the back of here. If you look down here, we have the VMC open eye rolling swivel, and it crimps on just like an open eye Siwash hook. So we thread it through, and it's hanging right there like that. We're gonna take our trusty rusties here, and we're gonna crimp this closed, right? Which takes a little bit of finesse. Wham, okay. Then we're gonna take our 4/0 in this case hook and hang that right there. And so what we've done is we have added length of the drop back, and we have also reduced the fish's ability to gain leverage over your spoon by having this crimped on swivel and crimped on hook, right? Also remember, when you fish close to the bottom with a new hook and you start hitting bottom with it, that's not the same new hook you just fished with. We will go through in a day 4 or 5 new hooks, and I encourage you to do the same. Get yourself some Gamakatsu open eye Siwash hooks. I like the big river shape in particular. Great spoon hook. Get some and replace the stock factory hooks once they get dull.
This our spoonfish?
Which way do you want me?
No, this is a chovy.
Joby?
Yeah. Always turn towards the fish. Top half.
Anthony, you want this? Here.
Dude, I've already reeled in 2. Here.
Take it.
All right. That's a nice fish there.
Look at that one. Come on, talk to me, Goose.
What do you got?
What do you want?
I want a keeper.
Well, guess what you got?
Coming in.
Oh.
Gosh, you guys.
That's a real fish.
We only
One up.
need one more. That is a beauty, huh?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Good job, big man, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did so much for that one.
That one you didn't sneak in from the back door.
Okay, so we're out here fishing in Area 10. We're on the south side of Jeff Head, and we're fishing an ebb. So what we're doing is we're picking up, and we're running down and resetting, and then we're trolling with the tide. And what's happening is as this tide is going out, moving out of Puget Sound, it's pushing these bait fish up against Jeff Head. So it's kind of like a wall, and that the bait gets pushed up against it, and those Chinook are going to be right on it. And I don't know why this is, but for whatever reason, everything seems to bite better in Puget Sound on an ebb tide. There's spots where you can go and you can catch fish on a flood, but most of the time we're fishing ebbs, and that's what we're doing here today. You can look up here at our tracks on the Garmin, and we have been running down and resetting, and then we're just running this like 125 to 140 line, and we've been consistently catching fish all day. It's been a great day.
Downrigger fishing is all about efficiency. Controlled depth fishing is absolutely devastating. In Puget Sound, up and down the coast, just catches salmon like crazy. But if the downrigger itself helps you do your job, it adds to that efficiency and adds to your production. Canon does a lot of wonderful stuff for you. This Canon Optimum in particular, we have screens on it that give us our voltage, our positive ion, and even a depth sounder right on the display. So now let's talk about the actual putting it down and how slick and easy this is. We're gonna go ahead and get about 10, 12 feet of line out. You point the rod up to the boat, the line comes to you, just like this. You're gonna pinch in. These are Canon red offshore releases, just absolute dynamite piece of gear. Then we come over here and we're gonna pull on this cord right here and release that ball to the full length of the boom. Now the cool thing is here, I'm gonna hit the last depth recall, and that's cool because we just caught a fish. So we're gonna hit bam, and the last depth was 120. I hit bam, and there we go. That Canon drops down absolutely hands-free. So I'm gonna loosen the drag a little bit, engage the anti-reverse, and there we go. Put the rod in the rod holder, and she'll drop down and stop at 120 feet. So then I can direct my attention to the other downriggers on the road. I can direct my attention to the sounder. I can direct my attention to the chart plotter and see that we're on the line. I'm watching other boats. Just lets you be hands-free on that drop. And over the course of a day, that saves you so much time. But over the course of a season, it is incredible how much the Canon downriggers help you do your job on board the boat. Put more fish on your boat. Canon downriggers, CanonOptimum.com.
So what do you think, Kasey?
I think it's been a phenomenal day here in the Pacific Northwest. We've had lots of action, just beautiful conditions. Fish are hungry. Been a great day.
So how does this compare to some of the years past for you?
I think the quality of the fish has absolutely been better because of the later start. We've gotten a great weather window, unlike some years where it's just horrible. And we're just lucky to be out here fishing.
Okay.
Got him?
Don't fucking want this one.
I saw that.
That one yoinked it this way.
I'm losing ground on this one.
Good.
Looks like a good fish.
That's
Yeah.
a good fish.
Turn right, please.
I am turning right.
Hold on, I'm jacked up.
Please stop. Okay. Under. Go. Got it.
Idle.
Thanks, guys.
Merry-go-round.
There we go.
Doing the dance.
Use my flasher. There we go. Ready? Super calm.
Yeah, it's just swimming right to us.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Nice fish.
One more
Stick
try.
in the head.
Oh, feisty.
All right, I'm gonna step back.
Yep.
Good.
Ready?
Right to me.
I'll go slow and steady this time.
Yep.
Yeah, right in.
Holy moly. These are some nice fish.
Unclip.
His fin.
Brock just took into a beautiful native. Had to let it go. Right?
Really upset.
It happens.
Really upset.
But hey, it's only about 10 o'clock. One more fish and we can go home. We can go home and watch NASCAR with your other half or
Why would you
baseball.
want to do that?
NASCAR. What are you from Texarkana or some crap? What the hell?
Tom's been fishing, I don't know, maybe since before I was born. I don't know. I'd have to ask him that, but we can delve into that later. So, Tom, what got you into fishing?
Dude, it wasn't even a choice. The joke in the family is they kept me off the water till I was 5 weeks old, and then my father actually bought the boat that I grew up on in the first Seattle Boat Show in 1947. It was a 47 Steelcraft made in West Haven, Connecticut, and we fished the Hope Island slot north of here inside Deception Pass and Skagit River, and that was I was born in '61, so by the mid '60s, I mean I have vivid memories of catching monster Chinook there. So Dad was a dentist in Marysville and set up his practice, so he only had to be in the office 2 days a week in the summertime. The rest of the time we were on the water. And so, I mean, I grew up thinking everybody in the world fished, right? You were two kinds of people in the world. They either fished the saltwater, the Hope Island slot, or you had anchored the Skagit for big kings. And that's how I grew up. Ended up getting a degree in fisheries biology from the University of Washington, and worked for Alaska Department of Fish and Game for a while, and started writing. I actually wrote for Salmon, Trout, Steelheader for several years, and that turned into a radio show that I now work with Joe Pyburn on, and it's called The Outdoor Line, and we've been doing Seattle Outdoor Radio now for 20 years. So, yeah, fishing's not just what I do or something. I think it's who I am basically, and so it's just it's worked into a nice set of jobs and associations with Duckworth and Yamaha and Three Rivers Marine and Cannon Downriggers and Bernowin, and and obviously you find people as well, Tony.
So we could be brothers, is what I got. But hey, I want to thank Tom for taking us out, because this is a lot of work. I mean, Tom's gonna be tired, I'm telling you. Running the boat, doing all the lines, the downriggers. It's a lot of work. I mean, he made it look easy, but a lot of work. So thanks.
I'm not tired. Let's go again right now, baby. Let's turn and burn. Go buy some new punch cards.
Well, actually, the weather's so nice.
It's beautiful.
It'd be actually. I mean, my arm's getting twisted a little bit, but hey, thanks, Tom, and
thank you, man. It was so much fun.
Do it some more sometime.
Let's do it, man. I hope so. Come on back.
Good marks, guys. About 75 all the way down to the bottom. You can see where they followed your guys' stuff down when you drop.
The whole herring rig is kind of about all where you place the hook. So we're going to start with a back hook. So just like putting in a cut of Copenhagen, we're gonna put it through his cheek and gum, right? So you see there's kind of a little membrane in there. So we're gonna pop this through right there. That's the back hook. And then the front hook follows exactly through the same hole. Now you notice we've torn no tissue at all. Now we get it down here. You wanna kind of look where the blue of the black meets the silver of the side right there above the lateral line. And we're gonna put this top hook in, okay? Boom, right there. Now, we're gonna tug a little bit. Now you're gonna see it's kind of gonna get a bend. I'm gonna take my big thumb here and push and kind of start a little bend, tug that line down. I'm gonna cast a half hitch on my finger, right? And then I'm gonna make him pucker like you're gonna kiss a herring right there. And I see that bend right there? So the first half hitch sets the bend, second half hitch locks it. Boom, right? So now that's kind of the basic deal right there. Let's take her over to the side of the boat here, see how she spins. That right there catches fish everywhere that salmon spin. That catches them from Southeast Alaska to Northern California and in the Columbia River. I've never had such a versatile bait, so effective, and you tow this until something hits it or you get tired of fishing, whichever comes first. The whole herring rig, learn it, perfect it, murder with it.
So Joey, what got you into fishing?
Well, I grew up on Whidbey Island, just north of us, and tons of opportunity. You know, it's right there, you know, the bottom island, the opening to the San Juan Islands. And my grandfather was a salmon fisherman, and we used to go out and troll right around the island. A lot of small boat fisheries, you know. And back then there were no fancy downriggers. It was cannonballs, similar to the way we do it down in the Columbia, cannonballs and cut plug herring. And I just fell in love with it. I mean, any type of fishing. I love trout fishing, fly fishing, steelhead fishing. My Uncle Ray, who raised bait, he was an avid steelhead fisherman, salmon fisherman. So I just spent a ton of time fishing when I was a kid. And I can't get enough of it. I come out here all the time and fish, and I never get tired of it. I'm never bored. I mean, look at this. It's amazing, right? I mean, whether we catch a fish or not, we're out here with good friends in this beautiful boat on Puget Sound, and the bonus is we get to catch these amazing Chinook and take them home and eat them.
All right, Kasey,
Doubled
number
up.
6.
Number 6.
Number 6, number 7. You got one over here too, Tony?
Yeah. On the patented power turn. This one seems like it could be a fish too.
Yeah.
Probably Cage. You want good video? Drag this fish over and I'll double net it. You can do that. You want to do that?
Get them both in the net.
I think Tony's is bigger. Mine just came to the surface.
I'm just go slow. This one's definitely bigger than that one, but I don't know by how much. Not a lot.
Oh, it'll keep.
Oh, come on. Oh, you got him right.
Got it. So Kasey, where's your fish?
So my fish was a tiny one. So we let it go. Didn't even bring it in the boat. It was a little native, beautiful little fish, great release. And then Tony doubled there with a nice Puget Sound Blackmouth through the fish of the day.
There you go. Woohoo.
Number 6. All right, you guys, beautiful day. We just limited out. We're gonna start heading home here and check out all these beautiful fish, huh? Chromers. Did you guys have fun?
Absolutely.
Amazing day.
Always incredible.
That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to subscribe to Salmon, Trout, Steelheader magazine, and we'll see you next time.